My name is Erin Field. I've lived in East Hampton for 40 years.
My name is Harrington. I've lived in East Hampton for 40 plus years.
You're at One Stop Market on Springs Fireplace Road. We own this deli. We've been here for 30 plus years?
35 years.
35 plus years. It was previously owned by our father, but we took over about 3 years ago. About 8 weeks. That was a huge turning point for our delivery. I mean, that's what everyone wanted. They wanted to stay home and be safe. It was extremely intense. It was extremely mentally challenging, worrying not enough about the pandemic and COVID, but also everyone else was panicked outside, so they brought their panic, onto us. They were frantic and they wanted things and they wanted them now and they couldn't wait, and it was tougher than working in East Hampton on a holiday, which we know is tough. Mentally, it was exhausting. We're still exhausted from it, I would say. You have milk, you have bread, things that are essential to people, but with the expansion and with our butcher department and all of the things that we have, it really became an essential business at that point, I think.
And the fact that we were closed to shopping, to say we had meat where other stores didn't have anything left because they were ransacked with the panic.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that people thanked us for, was not letting people come in and overbuy.
It's very hard to say no, especially when you're in a community where you know the people and you want to help people and maybe you know their situation. I'm probably the tougher of the sisters.
Without a doubt.
So it's only fair to be fair. It's only fair. She's a little bit more soft, but that's okay. You need a little bit of both.
That's why we work so well together.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why. I think it's interesting to find out now, even now in 2021 in October, the effect that we had on people. I just had a woman come in the other day that brought me a beautiful gift for delivering to her during the pandemic. She wrote me a beautiful card. And I remembered her. She was tickled pink that I remembered her. So I think just the long-lasting effects that it has had that you didn't think about. We opened the doors again and it was back to normal business, but it really made an effect on a lot of people.
We got letters in the mail thanking us for, helping them out when things were rough, you know, and to me, that's all it is. That's what it's about. It's about helping the community that we love so much.
Yeah, agreed.
And trying to keep everybody safe, and especially the older people. I mean, they were really scared, and
rightfully so.
And we did our best to make sure they had what they needed to keep them going.
We were shorted with everything, and I think also being on the East End, we get kind of the last licks of everything. By the time the trucks get out here, they're like empty, which I think is normal. Same items that you couldn't get. Everyone wanted yeast for their bread, and you couldn't get yeast. We still have issues getting things. Still, we're doing pretty well, but we still have issues.
Yeah.
I think the most surprising is how specific people are with their items that they want. Like, I want salt and vinegar chips. I do not want ridges. Like, I found that some days very annoying, but interesting that, and you don't think, because usually you go in the store, you find what you want. But this was like, no, I don't want it if it has ridges, that kind of thing. Vegetables were huge.
Yeah, well, nobody was going out for dinner, so everybody was cooking.
Yeah, a lot of cooking going on.
Cooking.
And our butcher was severely overworked. I mean, it was incredible. It was incredible how much he did.
If somebody needed something in the middle of the night, some people called us and said, I really need this, so we would go deliver that to them.
We were extremely accessible. I mean, Facebook was a huge part of that. Lauren did a lot through that. A lot of people reaching out that way. That was part of the exhaustion.
Yeah.
Sometimes angry, for me personally, sometimes angry. It was hard enough to do what we were doing at that capacity. And I think that goes back to what we talked about it being fair. Nobody else should have gone before anybody else. But also, we've gotten some really good repeat customers that have stayed out here from that. So.
And we formed friendships with some of them.
Yeah.
It's like old school, old time community. And we love that. And that's what keeps us here, really.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Family. Spending so much time with my family. You know, we were here a lot, but with my daughter being home, with my husband, you know, not working as much, it was just nice to have that family time, you know, family dinner time even. And this family too, I'll take her too, but just remembering how important family and friends are.
I was going to say important. You realize what is important in your life and what
Is not.
is not.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that I spent a lot of time here and I would miss things with my son, but now I do what I can to be there for him and my husband, of course, and everybody.
It's definitely changed your priorities. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.